is your Cobra Kai Season 3 review. This will be spoilers. But I am Zach, your host, here on the Yo Nation YouTube channel. Welcome back. Oh my god. Okay, so real talk. This was a fucking awesome series. Yeah, it's at least been a minute, so I'm good. I'm not gonna get demonetized. But this season, like, I loved season 1. I watched it on YouTube, premium YouTube Red, whatever it was at the time. And then I finally caught season 2 last year. And my god, I couldn't wait. I absolutely just could not wait for this season. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I loved this season. Again, spoilers, minor spoilers. I'm not going to spoil everything, but there will be minor spoilers in this review. I don't even know where to begin. I'm not going to go over everything that happened in this season, beat by beat. Just the important things, just things like that. Just the important stuff. So where do I even start? Man, oh my god, this was an awesome season. Like, I think this was better than season 1 and season 2. With everything going on. A lot of plot threads happening throughout the season. Well, let me start back with the end of season 2. So, obviously, Miguel, falling after that big old fight in the school, breaking his back, and you're like, oh my god, what is about to happen? Where are they even going to go with this? And that's pretty much where they pick off, like a few weeks after the fact, and you see everything unfold. You see the repercussions of this. Miyagi-Do is shut down. Johnny is in just his own world, crazy drunk, and ended up arrested and just so full of guilt, right? Sam is basically suffering from PTSD because of what happened. Miguel is in a coma, and they're not sure if he's even going to wake up. And all the while, Kreese is running the dojo and still training everyone. By the way, where the hell did Stingray go? Stingray wasn't there, and oh shit, what's the girl's name? Ashley. I can't think of her name. You're gonna have to give me a second here. All right, so yeah, it took a second. I paused the recording to look this up. Aisha. So I looked it up. I totally missed this apparently, but I guess her parents moved her to a private school after the huge fight at the school. So there you go. That sucks, because she was an actually interesting character. I enjoyed her character, and I really thought she could have brought a little bit of levity to everything, being that she was trying to be on both sides and try to remain friends with everyone. And that sucks, because Sam's friend is gone, but no one even brings her up past she went to a private school. So that sucks. Anyways, so where was I? So yeah. All this stuff is happening, and that's kind of where it picks up. You're just kind of seeing, how everything's going. Like the LaRussos are having bad business because the Valley's now looking at them like it's their fault. The LaRusso name, the Miyagi-Do name, have been dragged through the mud because of this big fight that happened at their school just a few weeks ago on the first day of school. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how that went. Some things I liked about the season was Hawk, especially. Like, he was probably actually was my favorite character of this season. Because, you look back at season 2, and Hawk is very much pro Cobra Kai. Like, there is no, like, anytime you think he might want to go back, He's like, nah, fuck that shit. And he just goes ham. He just goes straight ham on people. This season, you see more drops of him like, why are we doing this, Sensei? Well, this. Well, why are we doing that, Sensei? Well, because of this. Why is Robbie here? He's the enemy. He's the one who put Miguel in the hospital. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And he just kind of accepts it. But then you finally get to this fight towards the end of on the last episode in the LaRusso house, and he's finally like, you know what? No. These guys are my friends, and I love it. That scene was so powerful. Seeing them, they're like, hey, Hawk, free shot as it got Dimitri in an armbar, just like he was when he had his arm broken earlier in the season. And he gets that mad face and he runs, and even Dimitri's like waiting for it. And he kicks the other two. Dimitri looking like, what? And he backs off. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for everything. You want to help me win this thing? Yeah. And it's like, yes. Yes. Like, I loved that. I loved it. So, yeah, definitely Hawk was probably my favorite character of the season just because of his arc. Because he starts off here, you know, angry. He's definitely all about Miguel. But he eventually, I guess to take from Star Wars, went from the dark side and returned to the light side. And all he got was a stupid shirt. And it for his troubles. But I loved it. I loved the way that it ended that story arc for the season and him joining them at the end, which I'll talk about later. Because it's probably my favorite moment. So Johnny... they pick back up with Johnny and Carmen in this season towards the end, like the last episode or two. They're, I think, finally going to be a thing. Allie was in the season. That was pretty cool. And I remember watching it and saying, no, Johnny, don't. No. Carmen, think of Carmen. Carmen's perfect for you. I was so invested in that possible relationship, even though it wasn't confirmed, but Johnny's finally like, yes, I love her. In fact, the last scene he has with Allie, they play some REO Speedwagon, and he's talking to her. I'm like, oh, they're gonna build it up, and he's gonna run to her, and he's gonna get back with her. Oh no, it wasn't REO Speedwag. It people are gonna kick my ass. It was Journey. They were playing Journey. People are gonna kick my ass, but that was pretty cool. But Johnny starting the season off drunk and in jail. Just so full of guilt because he does blame himself for what happened. Robbie on the run, his kid's on the run. The guy who he looks as a kid is in a hospital in a coma, but he ends up helping Miguel. Once Miguel's awake, him and Miguel, they reconnect because Miguel's a little mad at him at first, but he makes the donation and they're like, no, we want you to stick around. Like, thank you. And then he helps getting Miguel back on his feet, like the whole thing with them working together and Miguel finally standing and finally walking, and he starts to train again. That's pretty cool. Like, I'm going to be bouncing around. I apologize in advance. I'm going to be bouncing around. If I have a thought, I'm just going to talk about it. There's no structure here. I'm just simply talking about this show as a whole because I fucking loved it. My God, I'm ready for season 4 already. Can I have that now? Can I get season 4 now? But yeah, just seeing Johnny and that relationship between those two building again, you see that son-dad dynamic, and it sucks because Robbie is his kid, and Robbie's clearly suffering, but Robbie's a bit of a hardhead too. If I'm just being real, he is a bit of a hardhead, so there's that. But you could tell Johnny is really trying in this season. Like, I know he made strides in season 2 to try to be better as a sensei and just as a person and, you know, in general, but he in this season does a lot better. He gets that closure with Allie when she shows up. It was cool to see her, by the way, to see her there and then just kind of taking that walk down memory lane, and him and her, I guess, getting that closure was awesome to see. So the LaRussos, I'll go jump in and talk about the LaRussos. Danny and his wife, Amanda, like I said, the business is having issues. One of their competitors trying to get this exclusive deal with this Japanese company, which leaves Daniel have to go to Japan. He's up in Okinawa and other places. And you run into characters from, I believe it was the third movie. Oh, shit, I don't remember. But he ends up running into characters from one of the movies, and he reconnects with them, and he learns that, hey, people can change. He learns more secrets from Miyagi-Do that he didn't know. He learns a lot of stuff, right? And it's closure for him while he's there. And I ain't gonna lie, him and the girl, because I don't remember seeing that movie, the one with him in Japan. I don't remember watching that. I remember watching Karate Kid 1 and 2. Shit, that might have been in it. Correct me in the comments if you want to. But I don't remember it. But he goes there, and I swear he was going to screw this girl. I swore he was going to. But he didn't. But he ends up training with the guy he fought at the end of that movie. And it works out. And I'm pretty sure it's Karate Kid 3. Because 2 is when the other guy takes over Cobra Kai. Yeah, it was Karate Kid 3. But it was good. It was nice to see him in Japan. Oh my God, the scenery. It was shot so beautifully. And seeing him looking down at the water, and that one scene when he's next to the other guy, he gets these scrolls that kind of just like explain more about Miyagi-Do. So I'm sure he's going to implement that. It's like, hey, Miyagi-Do's not always about self-defense. Sometimes the best defense is to kill somebody. The guy just straight up tells him, sometimes you have to kill your enemy. But if you have an enemy who wants to start war, you take away their ability to do that. And he shows him this special nerves, like special like points on the body that you can completely make that limb dead for a little bit. Pretty cool. But he does that. He comes back. Him and Johnny are kind of trying to work together to find Robbie at one point. They end up in a chop shop fighting, but then they fight each other because they just can't get along. And when Allie's there, she pretty much tells him, maybe the issue is you two are more alike than you care to, and you totally see it. Like, their end goal is the same. But she calls them out on their bullshit. And I love it. I love the fact that she called them out on that. She's like, maybe you guys are mad because you see parts of you in the other person and it pisses you off. Like, basically is what she tells them. And it's good. So that's a character growth for both of them. They're like, maybe it's partially my fault. Because they're still holding on to stuff that happened in high school. You learn how they break up, Allie and Danny. So that was kind of nice. It's like, oh, okay, he kind of got jealous when she went to college. Okay. Sweet. And you see that he's not that different from Johnny. He was jealous too. He's always got this. I love Danny LaRusso's character. I always have. He was very sympathetic in The Karate Kid. But in this movie, in this season, because I've noticed it throughout the whole thing, Danny's always kind of had a I'm better than you mentality. There are times he went out of his way to make Johnny look bad. And he got better, and he became a little bit more sympathetic than he was like in that first season. That first season, I was like, God, he's a douchebag. Season 2, it's a little better. You kind of get his motivation a little bit. But he's always there to take shots. He's really not the best. He's not always the best when it comes to these things. So, but to see them make that closure there, they finally kind of get on the same page. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm glad that has been taken care of. So they kind of get on the same page finally at the end of the season. It's like I said, Sam, she's got this whole PTSD thing going on where Tori, she just freezes. She can't really fight anymore. She freezes whenever she sees Tori. This girl was going to kill her. And Tori in this season is worse. Now, she has this small little arc where you learn about her mother and her taking care of her brother, and she's having to work 2 jobs, and then she's, not able to do the karate, but you see Kreese kind of help her with that when you got, with the creepy fucking worker at her apartment complex, basically telling her, and she's supposed to be like 17, right? Basically telling her, you need a man. I can make these. Like, what? What? Pedophile. Am I even allowed to say that word? Probably not. P word. Oh, well, done did it. But Kreese kind of takes care of that. Sidebar with Kreese. you see flashbacks of him, before he was ever in Cobra Kai, before he was ever in Special Forces. And you see him get into the military, joining the Army during Vietnam. And you see that realistically, even though he did this one good act, he did that one good act for Tori, which really wasn't for Tori. It was for himself because he just wanted her there. Because, he's got to have all his soldiers. He's always been kind of a bad dude. Like, he had the opportunity. He could have saved this captain that recruited him for this, special team that top secret and all that. And he killed him and dropped him in a snake pit. Like I said, spoilers. So you just see Kreese. Kreese is just a bad dude. He is throughout this whole season, playing people against each other, even getting Robbie on his side after Robbie's out of jail. And he's got issues with both his dad, Johnny, and with Danny. He gets him to come to his dojo, which is partially what kind of pushes Hawk forward to finally switching sides. See, it all kind of starts to tie in together. But back to Tori. I know, I'm just jumping all over the place, and I apologize. But Tori, is worse, and she is out for blood. She's ready to kill. Like, there's several times Miguel's even like, look, we don't have to do this. And she's like, yes, we do. This ends tonight. Like, she's just got this crazed look in her face every time she encounters Sam. Like, she's ready to just take this girl out. And Sam is just frozen with fear. Finally, Sam, hears something that, Danny was told by Mr. Miyagi about, no one else can get you up but yourself. And she finally just like, I can do this. And she finally fights back, but that's not till the end of the show. So there's her big arc. The whole season's about her and her fear and her and everything around her and her dealing with that. Miguel getting back on his feet, fighting. Miguel kind of took a little bit of a backseat, and Johnny and Miguel felt like a little bit more like they were in the background in this season, which is probably maybe my one real big complaint. It does feel like this is more of Danny's show in this season. You do a lot more with him, right? But, it kind of does even out in the end. But you just got Kreese doing all this stuff and all these people fighting. It's more infighting with the Cobra Kai just running amok. Like, not even police are getting involved. They're just doing what they want. Amanda even tries to file a restraining order, but she got a restraining order filed against her after she went into the dojo and just straight up slapped Kreese in the face. Oh, it was great. But Miyagi-Do gets back going. They're training a little bit. You end up getting Johnny starting a new dojo when he finally gets Miguel back, and he's like, we're going to be the Eagle Fang Dojo. And they're like, eagles don't have fangs. He's like, shut up. And then you get this little side thing where he does finally get Allie back there, and they have lunch and they reconnect, but nothing happens. Thank God, because he's so much better than that. He's better with Carmen. But you see, he finally gets the closure with that. Like, so much good stuff. And I bet you I'm forgetting stuff that I'm like, God damn it, should have talked about that, which I'll talk about it on Twitter or something. Or maybe on one of the shows that me and Susie are talking about doing, like, really, really soon. Just stuff like that. But I loved this season. There's a point in the season where they're going to take away the All Valley tournament. And you have this really awesome speech with Miguel. He comes in, because the three guys, Kreese and Johnny and Danny, are all arguing, but Miguel and Sam save it, and they get it all back together. And the All Valley tournament's back on. So we get to the end of it. They're all at this party. Allie's there. Johnny and Danny and Amanda and all of them, they're talking, and they do their thing. Carmen is clearly what Johnny wants. He's like, I'm going to go tell her I love her. And he goes to talk to her, and then you see Miguel all beat up. Meanwhile, you had the big fight that took place. So Johnny goes to the dojo, and he's going to go fight Kreese, and he sees Robbie's there. And he tries to fight him, but he won't fight Robbie. And he has the advantage, but then Kreese takes the advantage whenever Robbie gets involved. Danny shows up. He's ready to kill him. The kids show up. They're like, all right, you're done. Cobra Kai is over. You need to leave. He's like, it's a free country, not for you. He's like, I'll tell you what, why don't we handle this the old-fashioned way? The tournament. We win, we stay. You win, we'll go. Cobra Kai will be done. Which you're like, oh, will he really follow through? I don't know. So they all agree. So then we get him calling one of his old army buddies, because like I said, you had these flashbacks of him. He calls this old buddy who you see in the flashbacks, like, I owe you your whole life. I owe you. You saved mine. He calls him up. So we know we're going to get this guy in season 4, probably helping him train. And I believe people are saying he's the same guy from the Karate Kid 2. He's going to be that guy who was his friend. Not for sure. My memory's not that refreshed. But he's, I guess, going to be in season 2. Tori is on a rampage. She's ready to kill somebody because Hawk switched back over, and she's like, you watch your back. And she's like, he doesn't have to because he's got friends watching his back. And you're like, oh, shit. While all this was happening, the kids were all talking about merging the 2 dojos to train. They said, look, us separate, it's not going to work. Cobra Kai is a bigger threat. We need to do what we got to do. So after you see the stuff with Kreese, you see they start playing Phil Collins in the Air Tonight, but it's like a remade version, a little more slower tempo, less drum, but it's playing. I'm like, oh my God, this is super cool. You see Danny come out, you see Sam out there with everyone. They're fixing the train, and then you see Miguel show up, and he's got Hawk and all the other kids who were part of Cobra Kai. They come and join. They're all standing there, and he's looking, and he looks. And here comes Johnny. He walks in. They look at each other. They nod. And they're fucking working together, man. We're going to get Johnny and Danny working together as a part of this dojo, this super dojo. Oh my God, I got so excited. And I was like, I want this next season. And I want it now. Now, obviously, you're going to see they're going to have hiccups. They're going to have a hard time getting together. You already know that's going to fucking happen. And that's fine. I'm down for this shit. But to see them, and I already kind of have predictions for what I think will happen come season 4. I'm pretty sure this whole tournament probably is still going to come down to Miguel and Robbie. Robbie is no matter what in the finals. Or maybe they'll throw us a twist and it comes down to Sam and Tori. Because maybe Miguel doesn't even compete. I don't know, but oh my God, I am so for this. I'm so for this. I'm ready for season 4. Season 3 was so badass, man. I'm giving season 3 a 10 out of 10, man. It was fucking great. I mean it. It was great. I loved this season. I literally have very few complaints. And at this point, I feel like I'd be nitpicking. Yes, Johnny and Miguel kind of taking a back seat. I'm not all for it. There was another little plot that they started, but they kind of just dropped it off. And I can't think of it right now. But I remember I was looking. I was like, wait. What do they get? What? Okay, we got this little story thread happening, but they just go, boop, up. Yep, that happened, but we're not going to go over it no more. Maybe, I mean, I know it took place over weeks in time, but I felt like they could have maybe took another episode to kind of see Miguel's recovery. It's like he's hurt. He's in a coma. Oh, he's awake. Oh, he's back on his feet. It felt like it happened a little fast. But again, I feel like I'm nitpicking. The whole thing with Robbie really kind of fell way into the background. So like the last few episodes. And even then, you didn't see much of him until like the last episode. You're like, oh, he's full on like Cobra Kai now. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I literally have so few things I feel like I could honestly complain about. I don't think I can. I don't know. If you guys have any complaints, let me know in the comments down below. But personally, I thought this season was fan-freaking-tastic. Honestly, I thought it was so good. I will say, where the hell were the police, man? Why were the police never involved? Holy shit. They did nothing. Ever. They broke into this house and they did nothing. Oh, it's like, what the fudge? But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I will be doing the other 3 seasons of Cobra Kai at some point by summer. I'm definitely going to talk about the other 2 seasons because I love this show. I loved The Karate Kid. Wasn't huge on 2. I mean, I'm not like a super fan of the movies, but this show, man, makes the movie so much better than it already was. Oh yeah, Robbie was in juvie, and we saw that. Oh, that was what it was. There was this point. I'm sorry, I know I started to end, but there's this point where there's this bully in the juvie who's always fucking with Robbie, and Robbie finally fights back. And they kind of like nod each other like this mutual respect, but you see no follow-up. It's like, okay, I get it. They only had 10 episodes, and it kind of ended really quick. I get it. Okay. But that was still good. That was still really good. So, but yeah, that's it. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Both are at YoBroNation. The links are down in the description below. You guys can find us there on Twitter and Facebook. You can also go to our StreamLabs. You can go to our Patreon. Patreon's going to be worked on eventually. I just got a lot already going on with the channel. I will eventually do Patreon. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you guys have a fan-freaking-tastic day. I am Zach. This was me, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. But remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll see you later. Yo Bro Nation! Join us at TeePublic.com/YoBroNation for our all new merch lineup like the Recess Still Ain't Old, the Yo Bro Nation Entertainment t-shirt, the Sidekick Susie Stranger Things shirt. It's a pretty sweet shirt. The Yo Bro Nation swirly shirt. How about I Love Yo Face Sidekick Susie t-shirt? Ooh. Or the Rainbow Sidekick Susie shirt. Yeah. Also, this exclusive limited time offer, we got a Forever Serenity special sale! Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty awesome. Hope for Ambi special sale. Help support a friend who really needs the help. 3 different t-shirt designs. We got the Hope for Ambi Black Angel t-shirt. The Hope for Ambi, Do You Want to Beat Up Cancer t-shirt. Wow, that's pretty nice. So yes, shop with us now at TeePublic.com/YoBroNation. Get all your shirts. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above else, join the nation.